there's a lot of people online that really want this guy to debate you. So let's listen to what his response is to your translation of the word Christ.
Yeah, perfect.
Here we go.
Eternal throne as the second person of the Trinity stepping into humanity. But if you were to say to someone after this, if someone said like, hey, you met Wes Huff, how was he? And you went, he's a little bit condescending. You wouldn't be talking about my humility.
No.
Right? Because that word has a different meaning in its different context. And part of the problem with something like what Ammon says is that he's taking terminology that exists within the parameters of a specific field, and then he's applying them in areas where there's an entirely different contextual meaning and spectrum of understanding.
It's a big turd.
Part
Pinch
of what
it
he
off.
said that some people jumped on was that he says that the word Christ comes from the Greek word chrio, which
Yes.
it does, right? To anoint. And in ancient Greek medical texts, there is a usage of that which he has capitalized on with applying drugs to your eyes. Now, more broadly, chrio does mean to rub, particularly a liquid ointment or substance, on your body. So this relates to everything from bathing to ritual practices in religious circumstances. But you could likewise say if you were an ancient Roman and you had a bath and you came out and you put on cream, skin cream,
Right.
so your skin didn't dry out, that was an example of chrio. You were applying it to your body. Well, within the religious connotation of Christianity, it is the translation of the Greek word Mashiach, Messiah, which likewise means anointed one, right? There were multiple anointed ones in the Old Testament. It was just a word that was referred to priests or kings and had a very specific connotation in the Mashiach who would come and be different. And the Greek translation of that, which both the Greek translation of the Old Testament and in the New Testament both use, is Christ. Why? Because it means anointed one. So Ammon takes that and he says, well, in this very specific instance, in this stream of classical medical literature, it means to apply a drug to your eyes, specifically
Yes.
in related to not the bot fly. What does he say?
The bot fly.
He relates it to a fly. And
I don't remember the detail, but
well, and it does mean
Wouldn't
that
you, moron?
in the particular instance that it's being used. But this is where semantic range is
Bullshit.
very important.
Semantic range.
Oh, God.
And this is the problem that some
Hold on,
others
hold on.
have.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
yeah,
He's almost
should we
there.
pull up this clip, by the way?
He's about to climax.
There's context. I think I have it.
All right, fast forward through the
so
part
that-
where he plays the
because
clip. We don't need to play that again. Okay,
is
there.
not says there. But you're saying that like he's stretching some of his knowledge on the pharmacological history of language and bringing that into, say, Jesus's lexicon and how he says things.
Yeah.
you know.
So there's two sort of terms that are used specifically within biblical studies, but this applies to anything within the ancient world where we're trying to come up with translations in deriving meaning. The first is there's a discipline called hermeneutics, and hermeneutics is this interpretation. It's the methodology of interpretation that we use on a particular text. Before hermeneutics is exegesis, and exegesis is a Greek word that literally means to bring out. Right, the opposite would be eisegesis, to read into. So when you're
fingering
exegeting
me.
something and you're looking at an ancient language, you're trying to get at the author's intention by different levels of contextual application.
He's
So
pulling the
there's
demon out of you.
Stop.
contextualization,
Stop.
there's
You're trying to.
document
Stop.
contextualization, there's
I can't take it. I
historical
can't take it. I can't take
You
it.
look
Please,
like you're
thank you.
going through an exorcism
Steve,
right now.
Steve,
Is
stop.
Wes
is
Huff pulling the
doing
devil out of you right now?
God.
He's
Oh, God,
confusing
stop.
and
It's so
Haven't
conflating
you
bad.
ever heard of hermeneutics?
It's
realms of how we do
Stop. You're trying to get to the intention of the author. No, you're not. You're reading an ancient language.
Ammon, you're pulling out a specific context in Galen's medical text and trying to apply it to everything across the board,
Here's
which
the
is
problem.
which is intellectually dishonest.
Here's the problem. I'm not pulling it out of Galen. Does Galen have it? Yes. Fucking Euripides has it. he gets a sex drug that is a Christ. One of the characters asks, is it a Christ? This is not from the medical. This is from everything. Everything, Wes Huff, you fucking fake. Yeah, this is why he wouldn't face me. I can tell you right now, and I can tell your audience. Your audience must know. This man does not really read Greek. What is he, finishing his PhD?
He's finishing his PhD.
Yeah, he's finishing his PhD in biblical studies. You know what that means? It means he's had a couple of semesters of Greek. Yeah, he was able to say the name Xenophon. That was nice. Dude, does he read ancient Greek? No. That's why what comes out of his mouth is theological bullshit. This is not a craftsman. This is not a skill. This is theology taking you into a back alley and putting its finger in your butt. Yeah. And that's why he wouldn't face me. That's why he wouldn't. Let's read some Greek. Let's look at where it says Jesus ejaculated, wanted Mary to suck it down.
So who are the other authors that say that Christ is applying a drug to your eyes besides Galen?
John, the apostle. Where is it? Where are they? Oh God. This is the Huff of the
He's
West.
saying it's only in a few places, and you're saying it's literally everywhere.
Here, get this. Focus on the camera. Here's some Greek for you, Wes. You idiot. It's in the book of Revelation, you moron. God tells them you better Christ your eyes so they'll be opened. You're not, Wes. You don't know what you're doing. You're a second-rate biblical scholar that will go down every time to a class that says, why, Wes? Because I read those fucking texts. I love it.
How do you really feel?
Let me tell you. Sometimes I think I can feel their buttocks.
You're passionate about this,
I
aren't
think
you?
I can feel it. Well, it's what the devil gives you, man. It's what the devil gives you. Look, he's been pumped up in his pride. He thinks he's something now because he slaughtered somebody who was making stuff up. Well, guess what? This is the gymnasium of the cosmos, baby. Right? You'll be taken down. You'll be taken down by somebody who knows. Right? Oh, God. I love those classes. Did you talk to any classicists? I would love to say, hey, why don't you get over here and start reading the text that you are. You know, Princeton just got rid of their Greek program, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they did. You know why? It was because it's too hard.